Hi, I am Mattio.
And I'm Justine.
And we are from My Morning Hangover. That is right. Today we're going to talk to you about the news, entertainment, some birthdays, as usual, stories, novels, that kind of stuff. Every week, that's what we bring.
That's right.
Today's birthdays are Colin Farrell. He is 35.
And hot, still.
Is he hot?
Oh, yeah.
He's apparently long down certain areas.
Yes, he has a sex tape in case anyone didn't know that.
Colin Farrell has a sex tape. I did not know that.
Yes.
You ladies go out there, make sure you're over 16 or wherever the age of consent thingy is. Clint Eastwood is 81, probably the most BA actor of all time.
Yes, old as hell though, but he's still a legend.
You shouldn't say hell. It's a bad word. And then we have Brooke Shields, who's 46.
And still looking foxy.
I will say she is still foxy. And now we're going to go ahead and bring it to Justine. She's got some movies that she wants to talk about with you today.
Yes, I went this weekend with my children to go see Kung Fu Panda 2 in 3D, and it was very awesome.
I heard it only made like 50 or 60 million for the whole weekend. Did you know that Kung Fu Panda 1 made 60 million in a 2-day weekend?
No, I didn't know that.
So it must have did pretty bad.
But the thing is, part 2 was so much better than part 1.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was a lot more action, the animation was better, and the plot was better to me.
Did he have to face the same bad guy, or was it a new bad guy?
This was a new bad guy. Shin the Peacock.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it was really awesome. I liked it a lot. It was a lot better to me than the first one.
But that has Jack Black in it, and I recommend going to see anything with Jack Black. And if you want to see the first thing with Jack Black, I think it's an X-Files episode back in like 1998.
Oh my god.
Which was a fantastic episode. I recommend you to go watch. Vintage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She also wants to talk to you about another movie called
The Fast Five, the 5th installment of the Fast and Furious series.
Which sucked.
I didn't think it sucked, but it's definitely... You had to watch the other movies before watching this one. I don't think you could just come in fresh and watch the Fast Five, not seeing the other movies.
Vin Diesel wasn't in 3 of them.
What? He wasn't in only... Well, he was at the end of Tokyo Drift, but he wasn't in it. But he was in the other ones, basically. No, there was one he wasn't in. You're right. The part 2, I think.
The only other good one. First one.
But it's because they're bringing back characters from the previous movies. So you wouldn't understand why they're there and their histories and backstories unless you watch Fast Five. Plus, something that happened in the last movie, the previous one, the fourth one, you wouldn't be able to understand the plot twist at the end of Fast Five.
I have heard the Fast Five is supposed to be the best of the 5 movies so far.
It's pretty badass.
Is it?
I wish there was a little more racing. I mean, there was a lot of racing now, don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
Dude, is racing what really people go see the movie for now?
Oh, no.
I mean, aren't people raced out, sort of, from those movies?
They might be, but the franchise continues to live on, so hey, I guess people love it.
No, I don't really know if people... That's like saying, I love the Freddy Krueger series, or I love the Jason series. Nobody really loves those series. They just kept going on and on forever. People 10 years from now are going to say, Mom, Dad, you watched that crap? It sucked.
Now, in defense of that, because I have all the Friday the 13th movies, I have all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, except I don't have the remade New Nightmare and the remade Friday the 13th on TV. I don't have those because I didn't want them. Because I feel like you can't touch the 80s magic. It was better back then. The originals were... Yeah, the originals were better.
Jason 1 was good.
So much better.
Everything afterwards sucked.
Yeah, Jason X, that was a joke.
What would be great would be the Predator versus Jason and Freddy Krueger.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well,
now you're talking awesomeness.
Predator would take them on.
Exactly.
That's my opinion, but...
That's why I want to see it.
Throw the aliens in there.
Get rid of them for once and for all. Bring the Predator in there and kill him. Alright, so that's my rift with
I did want to mention one more thing about Fast Five. It was so hot watching Vin Diesel and The Rock go at it. If you don't want to see that movie for any other reason than that, go for it. That's all I can say.
Okay.
2 heavy hitters like that against each other, I think it was great casting.
The big buff guys?
Great casting. Yes.
Big buff guys?
2 big buff badass guys going head to head with each other. Perfect.
Now, I want to talk to you about TV. That's what I do. There ain't nothing on TV. Sucks.
Nada.
Lately, I used to watch Doctor Who, but the subscription that I've been hacking into seems to have failed me this week. So I have not been able to watch the British series of Doctor Who. And now I'm forced to watch. The only TV show I have not watched yet is Stargate. Believe it or not, because that's the only show I've not watched. So I'm now watching that, waiting for new TV shows to come on. Because we need new TV shows, because this Memorial Day week of no TV shows is really killing me, guys. Every TV show has just ended, and not any TV show is coming out for like another week.
It's true.
What are people like me going to do? I've got nothing else to do.
I have a suggestion. You can read this wonderful book. This is the latest book that I've been reading.
That is a quality pushover right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What do they
yeah.
call
You can
that?
learn from me. A nice transition.
Nice transition.
I am currently reading RuPaul's book. It's her autobiography, Letting It All Hang Out, and it was published in 1995. So it's pretty old, but it's great. It's really good. It also is not just about RuPaul's life. She also gives tips about... Well, he doesn't really care about what he's being called. Matter of fact, if you like, I could pull a quote about that from the book. Because people have questions about, do you like being called he? Do you like being called she? What do you like being called?
Just to add, he is calling the book Let It All Hang Out. So I guess he still has his testicles.
Yes, there's actually the first chapter in here has to do with tucking as well. Basically going through how RuPaul turns into RuPaul, the drag queen, and everything he goes through just to prepare. If you're a man,
and say you live in like New York City, or even in Florida, and it's summertime, it's hot. Maybe if you tuck those things up, it'd probably be twice as hot.
Probably.
So how could you live like that?
It's
hot enough as it is. You gotta really be willing to sacrifice.
Well, here's a quote from the book referring to whether RuPaul wants to be called he or she. And it says, one of the questions I am so often asked is, what do I call you, he or she? And I say, you can call me he, you can call me she, you can call me Regis and Kathy Lee, just so long as you call me.
But she ain't no Kathy Lee, she's Kelly. And Regis is quitting. And it's gonna,
this was written in 1995.
Just letting our listeners know, Regis is retiring, I believe, by like the end of this summer. So you make sure you catch him before he's gone. Because he's an amazing guy. One of the best talk show hosts of all time.
He's slick, too. Did you ever see that episode where Nicki Minaj was on? They were interviewing, he grabbed her ass? Oh, yeah, Regis is a slick-ass old man. But I give him props for trying. I can't blame him. I probably would have tried and grabbed it, too.
I can't disagree with what Regis does. But now, since we're talking about women, let's talk about virginity. Who here is not a virgin? See, I am a virgin.
Get your damn hand up.
All right. Well, we're talking about virginity today because Egyptians, oh man, the Egyptians. There was a protest on March 9th with Egyptian women protesting. What were they protesting?
They were protesting against the establishment. Remember March 9th when they had that whole big thing going on with the revolution and
I really studied
lots
up
of
on
news
this.
coverage? Yeah.
Well, anyway, turns out women in Egypt were getting taken back by doctors and being checked if they were virgins or not. Yes. And the women that were protesting ended up getting put in jail for, they were protesting for this to stop happening. They got put in jail. Some of them were stripped and raped. And then they were tasered. Beaten,
electroshocked. And this is as reported by Amnesty International, who have reported all these.
So this is some terrible stuff going on. Personally, my question is this. How do they know that they were actually, messing around with other guys? How do they know that their virginity didn't get taken away by a bicycle?
Exactly.
Personally, I had an ex-girlfriend that had her virginity taken away by a bicycle, if that's what is quote-unquote virginity, where she fell off her bicycle in a weird way and it cracked something in there, Whatever happens in women's lives. I don't want to go into detail. But the fact is, you can't really say this is virginity, this is not virginity. They were wrong. Hopefully something is done about it. And that's pretty much it we have for the news. Now we have some My Morning Story news. And we have a new story of the week, which is...
The Geek and the Girl.
And we chose that because...
It's a very interesting story. It's kind of a boy meets girl story, except they're on this boy and girl on opposite ends of the spectrum as far as they're in high school. The girl's a little bit, I guess a nice way to put it is promiscuous. And she's known for that. That's her
I
reputation.
love women that go by that term.
And the boy, he's geeky. He doesn't get any kind of action. And somehow these two come together. So if you want to know about it, of course, you have to read the story.
It sounds
I'm
like
not going to tell you all
Juno
about it.
a little bit, doesn't it?
Sort of, but not really.
Gotta love that movie guy. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's a good movie indeed.
So, yeah, we are My Morning Story, and actually this is being filmed at My Morning TV, and you can find it at mytv.mymorningstory.com.
Yep.
And you can find everything we do at Twitter, My Morning Story.
Oh, and if you have any advice or questions or comments, please hit us up on Twitter, or you can also like our Facebook page and leave comments for us, and we'll be sure to address them on the next show. Any kind of advice. Love advice
on anything.
Advice on TV, movies, what's going on, anything you have concern about that's going on in
you want to start up a website,
events. Right.
You have a question about some recent news you read, we'll look into it all.
That's
we
right.
will take care of you.
Yes, we will.
All right, bye. I am Matty O.
And I'm Justine.
Pledge allegiance.